What's going on, everyone? Nathan coming back with another Showdown live. Just yesterday, or 5 minutes for me to be exact, we did some trick room laddering, which went really poorly, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe one of my least successful lives. So I'm actually, call this my ego talking here. I'm actually gonna balance that terrible live with a bit of a more fun, balanced team. Now, balanced team and fun might make you ask some questions, but this team is actually, really enjoying. It's got a lot of tools to beat a lot of the scariest offensive threats in the meta right now. BUZZWOLE in particular, I shouted it out in my last video, but it's really got some fantastic tool to deal with some of the craziest physical attackers. Its defenses are ridiculous. It even's got setup sweeping threat. And this team actually comes to us courtesy of papapole. I'm just doing my regular thing of seeing what people are using in the ladder, and I found this one. Haven't been able to get into contact with papapole. I hope they don't mind. They were a really good player. What if they're in top 500? Let's take a look. Yeah. Oh, it's papapole. Okay. Yeah, they're like 27th in the ladder. This team is ridiculous. It's so fun. I hope they don't mind me using it, but I gotta give you guys the sauce here because it is fun. And it takes advantage of Scarf Latios, which has some great matchups. Latios has always had some great defensive utility for sure, which makes it a good scarfer. But also banded Zygarde. Zygarde immediately jumps at you as a setup sweeper with its coiled glare set and with its Dragon Dance substitute set. But with band, it hits hard enough. It's a bulky enough attacker that can swap in on things that it gets a lot of strong opportunities. Nothing really eats 1,000 arrows very comfortably, and those that do get smoked by toxic. And even skill shot lets you be a really good kind of sweeping threat in the end game with this thing. So I'm hoping we can do a lot here. I've mentioned it before right here, but Heatran's health is actually really important with a lot of matchups. So that leftovers protect sort of recovery is going to be pretty essential. And I immediately see I see 5 Pokemon that BUZZWOLE needs to stay healthy for. I keep this thing healthy for not really Landorus, but kind of. Certainly Zygarde, certainly Kyurem, certainly Urshifu, and even Rillaboom. So this is actually going to be a BUZZWOLE showcase if nothing else. We're going to immediately get the Rillaboom. If we get our leftovers knocked off, that would suck, but we do have recovery with Roost and Drain Punch still. So I think we're just going to Drain Punch. If they attack me, that's fine. I'm thinking to swap to Magearna is likely here. They might go Landorus. I think Landorus will get knocked out if I Drain Punch into Ice Punch. We'll see. But Magearna would also make a lot of sense. If they go Mag, I'd probably go straight to Toxapex. Choice Specs Magearna is tricky for this team because they can Volt Switch on me pretty willy-nilly. My only answer for Volt Switch is something that gets destroyed by Floor Cannon. Don't love that. Even a trick with the Specs does a number on really most of this team. So if it's Specs Magearna, that would kind of scare me. But given the look of this team, I wouldn't be surprised if it's more of an AV sort of thing. My opponent really thinking about this turn, but yeah, BUZZWOLE, I can't repeat it enough. It's going to be so important in this matchup. Okay, they're going to go Mag. We'll get a little bit of chip. That almost suggests to me it's offensive, but it has leftovers too. So maybe it's the Rocker, maybe it's like a Scarf Lando. Hard to judge. I think we'll go straight to Heatran though. I don't want to second guess it too much. It's going to be another important matchup. They totally read us. So I'm going to go to BUZZWOLE here. If they glare our BUZZWOLE right now, that wouldn't be great. Like having a paralyzed Pokemon is never fantastic, but BUZZWOLE, we don't need its speed, so that's really fine. And second of all, if your BUZZWOLE is paralyzed, it can't get toxic because that's the nightmare scenario. This could be a banded Zygarde doing a toxic like ours has, but I think glare is much more common. So if they glare our BUZZWOLE, it's not great, but I'll take it as long as we don't get toxic because that would be a nightmare situation. Okay, yeah, I read that situation correctly. Do I want to Ice Punch? Again, actually, I've been using the team a lot this week, and I had a ton of success with it at first. It's so fun, again, just having it's kind of like that Reuniclus team I uploaded a couple weeks ago, where it's just got good answers to all the top meta threats. However, people are aware to it now. People now that they know what this can do. So sometimes I want Ice Punches to like threaten my opponent in case they get silly and substitute here. But I think they probably know what we're about. Never mind. Okay, that's what I get for being crazy. Doesn't matter because we got parried. I don't really care what this thing does. We have. Okay, now we got a bulk up probably. Okay, we get double parried again, which is kind of rough. But okay, with one bulk up, I'm feeling pretty fine with an Ice Punch here. They're probably gonna let it rip this turn. We can eat 1,000,000 arrows. Will this be enough to break the substitute? It must be, right? Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna start swinging then. I don't care what this thing does as long as we don't get hit by full pairs too much. Maybe I should start boosting in kind. If we eat all of these subs, how many is this so far? This is a crazy amount. We also have Roost though, so that's the thing that gives us the advantage in this 1v1. And we are eating full pairs at an absurd rate right now. I'm just gonna do okay. Yeah, this is laughable low damage. My opponent's looking at the screen right now like, what have I done? I guess I'll just Drain Punch here in case they swap out. At this point, I fear nothing from Thousand Arrows, especially if you've got leftovers straight. And really the only thing that can even touch us now that they've let us set up this far is Magearna. So if they swap in and the Magearna gets hit by Drain Punch, that would be pretty spectacular. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing here. They got as lucky as you could hope for with BUZZWOLE full Paras. And that's what I mean. We don't love getting paralyzed because this stuff is really bad. And it can lose you the game in certain scenarios. Like if this was a Dragon Dance Kyurem, we would have lost with all these full Paras. But okay, they're just gonna forfeit there. All right. Okay, that's BUZZWOLE doing its work. I again think that if they swapped to Magearna there and we Drain Punched it and possibly killed it, which it might have at 2.5 attack, then BUZZWOLE won the rest of the game from there. It's that defensively strong. So it's got matchups for all 5 of those Pokemon scare me, and that's why I keep the BUZZWOLE on. It's even good versus Melmetal too, but Melmetal hits a little bit too hard for us. So let's decide what we want for our lead matchup here. Swampert's also annoying because it tanks everything, but I don't think that's a problem with this team in particular. More just a team with the meta right now. It's just a good Pokemon. In fact, I predict it as a lead. I'm going to lead BUZZWOLE. We get Zygarde instead, which is awesome. I'm going to Drain Punch. They shouldn't be staying in. They really shouldn't be staying in. I made this mistake last time. If I'd Ice Punched off the rip last time. Actually, I got full parried that turn, so it wouldn't matter. But still, I got burned by this decision last time. But I'm hoping my opponent knows the BUZZWOLE set and knows that if they stay in, they're gonna eat a fat Ice Punch and go to their Swampert, which is exactly correct. And then we get critical chip on this thing. And this is tricky because I don't have a lot of great matchups for Swampert on this team. Like Latios is okay too, but neither BUZZWOLE or Latios want to eat that Toxic, you know? Mandibuzz doesn't want to eat Toxic. No one does. The only ones that are okay with it are Toxapex and Heatran, and they hate it. So I think I'm gonna stay in with this thing. If we get Toxic, that would really blow. I think they're gonna do Rocks this turn though. I'd almost trading a Toxic for this thing being super low health wouldn't even be the end of the world. They go Latios. Let's just go Heatran. I'm not expecting a Surf off the rip, which I think is really common. They cook us with that. As I mentioned, the health of this thing is super important. So for now, we're gonna have to get our leftovers back up. That was a really gutsy play on turn 1. 1,000 arrows there. Let's Ice Punch this turn. Okay, they go Cinderace. They would have taken a lot from Drain Punch. That's surprising to me. This thing can even beat Cinderace if I had a bulk up, I would be staying in versus Cinderace for sure. But we won't. Let's go Toxapex. I don't think the Zen Headbutt set is as common anymore. I think it's more Sucker Punch, High Jump Kick. And if they U-turn, which they do, then they take some good Rocky Helmet chip. I love having that. I'm gonna go straight out to my BUZZWOLE again. I'm probably gonna Roost after this turn, to be honest. If I Drain Punch before, that'd be great. It does have Toxic, so it is the banded set that confirms to us. Getting BUZZWOLE low is brutal. That sucks for us. I'm gonna Drain Punch this turn. Yeah, if they go Cinderace, you're taking a lot here, pal. Yeah, plus we get a good little bit back. We'll lose a bit to leftovers, but we're still in a manageable percentage, so we can still check Zygarde here. I'm gonna make the prediction. Yeah, okay, that tells me they don't have Zen Headbutt for sure, because they predicted the Toxapex and they made a great swap to beat that. So okay, let's go to our. Oh, if they Meteor here, that was probably Specs damage earlier. So if they Meteor here, nothing likes this. Having Heatran low is very bad. Does Pex die to a Meteor here? I think it might. Meteor doesn't OHKO us, but Psychic does. Latios is great on anything that isn't Meteor. Heatran is probably the play on Meteor. I would probably stay in if it's a Meteor. We live all but the highest rolls, then we can knock off and do something. Mandibuzz does not have a lot of speed def. This is more a physical one. I don't know. This is that Surf turn 1 is or what was that turn 4 really put us in a hole. Well, who's most important here? I would say our Latios is very important. It's close to sweeping. Melmetal's not rolling it very well. Our Heatran's also important though, because Ferrothorn is gonna be really tricky to beat with our BUZZWOLE already Toxic. I guess the more expendable one's the Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is probably getting 2-hit KO'd here, but I just don't want to take the chance with anyone else. Okay, so they do that. This thing's probably dead. I don't know what I would have done there otherwise. I mean, I'm pretty sure Heatran would have gotten knocked out. Let's go to BUZZWOLE. We've already been Toxic. We have nothing to fear. I'll Roost here. We take a lot between that and the poison and the rocks. But But I'll just roost. The ball is completely in my opponent's court this whole game. We'll go to this thing. I expect a flip turn for sure. There's no way you EQ here. And I just want to get some chip on this thing. There's no way you EQ here. Yeah, okay, I got him. That's gonna invite in Latios again though, or Zygarde. Yeah, tricky. I just would have gone Latios there for sure. The Latios has been the bane of our existence. Okay, they get us again. They're cheating these Latios in excellent opportunities and really smoking us. I gotta sack Mandibuzz this turn. They're definitely meteoring. I'll get on my own. Now, who's your swap in here? Ferrothorn absolutely is. So I'll double swap to Heatran on the Ferrothorn. They stay in, they got me. Maybe they go for a speed tie. No, they don't. Okay, that's great. We can finally get some. Do I want a Rock? Do I want a Lava Plume? I gotta take a risk here. Lava Plume I think is the correct play, but I'm in such a hole. I gotta do this. Okay, can finally protect, scout the move A, and B, get this Heatran back up. If it's at like 50%, then I can probably take a Draco Meteor a little bit more safely. No, I still don't have a swap in though. I'm gonna Toxic because we can take one. Yeah. It's kind of crappy, but I gotta. They're expecting a Protect here. I'm gonna make another risky play and do a move like Lava Plume or Toxic. Let's Lava Plume because if we get the Zygarde, there's still a high burn chance. Zygarde was my prediction, but Lava Plume covers this and the Ferrothorn. We get the burn. Do we get the burn? No, not quite. Okay, I can Protect here because it's choice locked. Okay, I can Protect again. Okay, so that earlier Draco Meteor is great. We protect almost all of that off, which is nice. Plus the Latios is now not coming in so freely between the rocks and the... oh, they get us there. Great double switch. I could have gone Toxapex too, which would have helped. Does this thing have spikes? Almost certainly. Let's go back to Heatran. I'm going to Lava Plume here. So they go Zygarde. That's great. We're risking another burn. Please, please, please burn. That would be so huge. Oh, okay. You know, 30%. I shouldn't be banking on a 30% roll that much. You know what? I think they make a double switch to beat the BUZZWOLE. I'm gonna Lava Plume here. Yeah, yes. Oh, that's huge. Okay, that's huge. Okay, they've been double switching on that Zygarde swap, on that BUZZWOLE swap every single turn. Plus, again, this thing's coming on the rocks. It's not taking a lot for rocks, but it's taking enough. They're gonna 1,000 arrows here. I think there's no way they mess around with this again. I really want to Ice Punch, but I gotta Roost. This thing will destroy us if I don't Roost here. These hazards up is rough. We still have a Defogger actually in Latios, so that's big. I'm gonna Drain Punch here. I don't really fear much from this thing. A Leech Seed would actually kind of suck, but we can recover some health too, which is big. Can we 2-hit KO after all this? Let's go back to Heatran. If they Leech it again, that'd be 10,000 IQ. The Gyro Ball. Now nothing is swapping in this Lava Plume, right? Zygarde, if they're swapping on a third Lava Plume, they're kind of crazy. Swampert's, I think, gonna get knocked out. It's a resist, but yes. Okay, you know what? Heatran is so clutch. This has been the ultimate showcase of that note I put up above, which is Heatran's health is so important. If this thing had eaten a Psychic turn 1 instead of Surf, it would have like destroyed our opponent this game. I feel like Zygarde can probably take 1,000 arrows, right? Yeah, Zygarde is not great here. It's not really taking 1,000 arrows, especially with all the hazards up. BUZZWOLE terrifies me. If I get my own Zygarde in though, we're looking like we might win. That's crazy to consider. I think I might actually just sack Pex. Is that the craziest thing I've ever said? I mean, Pex isn't great versus Melmetal. It's not really doing much versus Ferrothorn. I think I'm sacking the Pex here. I sack the Pex, then I go to my own Ferrothorn Zygarde, which looks amazing. Yeah, I'll go to this here. Even Skill Shot would be insane. If this Bandit got knocked off, that would be something else. I think this is gonna be a 2-hit KO on Ferrothorn. I don't know. We're banded, so it's gonna be close. Not quite. I'm expecting a Leech Seed here for sure, but we can still 2-hit KO. If they Gyro Ball, do we take that better? Yeah, okay, we do knock this out. Nothing should be swapping on this. Latios is getting hit. Zygarde's gonna hit. They might go to Zygarde here, but I think beyond with the rocks, that's gonna do it. That'll let in Latios for sure. Latios is also close to sweeping, but I need the Zygarde. Heatran is big. I'm not actually too afraid of the opponent Zygarde anymore. I might just sack the BUZZWOLE and get in my own Latios, and then maybe make a double switch on the Melmetal. That would be okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. They Surf, okay. That means I can't go Heatran for sure. I have to go Latios here. I'm expecting a... I'm going to Surf because I'm expecting Melmetal for sure. But it's not going to do very much. Is it double to Heatran worth it? I think Heatran's only does like 50% to most Melmetals from this range. Is a Draco Meteor strong? This is only a Scarf Latios. I don't know if I mentioned that so far. This is only a Scarf Latios, so it's a great revenge killer, but it's not blowing anyone away with its offensive stats. I did this opposite. What am I doing? I might as well be surfing, so I don't get the drop off there. Okay, we hit Melmetal. I think this Latios is the one I need because it can sweep the rest. So I go Heatran to sack, then I go Zygarde afterwards. 1,000 arrows here. I claim a knockout. Oh, they let us get Melmetal. I think we win. I think we win. Because that's absolutely a Specs Latios. Unless we miss a Draco Meteor, we should win. You know, that was a well-played game. That was a well-played game. I'm not going to be too salty about that. That was a well-played game. I'm mentally, that was a win. We played that perfectly. That was a great end game. And it was fun. And you know what? At the end of the day, classic Nathan rant. If you get salty over that thing, Pokemon might not be the game for you because, in my mind, I did everything right. I'm not salty about that because I played it well, right? In my mind, that's a win in all but the numbers. And if you're fixating over the numbers, then like that's the wrong approach too, right? That was essentially a win. Just the numbers did not work out as such. I played it well, which is I'm okay with. And if I played it better, you know, if after that Heatran turn 1, that would be a huge win. So I know what I can do to improve it too. So that's okay. I am a-okay with that. Despite that initial outburst, we'll be okay. I like BUZZWOLE as a lead here again, except for versus the Cinderace. If you see the Cinderace though, I think I got Toxapex as a pretty decent answer. Yeah, because Landorus is just such a common lead here. I'm gonna Volt Switch, or I'm gonna U-turn out to who? Kyurem, huh? I'm gonna bulk up on you, guy. Yeah. And this is a 2-hit KO. Oh, wait, whoa. Oh, clicked the wrong move. Whew. This is an okay matchup for us. If the Kyurem plays it perfectly and gets a setup opportunity first, it's in a good spot. But this will not be that case. Do I want to roost? I do. Okay, maybe a little bit dumb. I'll Ice Punch this turn. We still get the defense boost, which is great. I should have probably Ice Punch there. They go Hawlucha on the Ice Punch. Crazy. I'll go Pex right away. If they Swords Dance, we can still Haze. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Burn. Oh! This is the craziest live ever. Can we live this now? Yeah, we can. This is the craziest live ever. Okay, well, without Lucha gone, BUZZWOLE looks even more fantastic. Lando's gonna come in. This thing's almost certainly Scarfed in my opinion. Although I don't see another rocker. I don't know. I'm gonna go Mandibus because even if it's a rocker, we can do stuff afterwards. We can defog afterwards. I'll U-turn. I'm slower. Okay, the Melmetal makes an appearance. I guess my best play is Zygarde. I think it does get Ice Punch though. I don't know. I don't actually know what the best play is for Melmetal on this team. I don't think BUZZWOLE eats it up too comfortably. Our Heatran, if it was Magma Storm, would be great, but they've also run Earthquake all the time, and our Lava Plume can't OHKO it. So, I wonder what the play was there. I knew that was a risk, but I genuinely don't know what the play was there. Oh well, Heatran is definitely claiming something right now. They might go Cinderace. I got a Lava Plume in case they stay in an Earthquake, but I like Toxic right now in case they went to anything else. But Kyurem gets a knockout too. That's great. I think this is Choice Locked. I believe it is Choice Scarfed, if I read the situation right. Okay, let's go Laddie here. They go Melmetal. That works out great. Surf should knock it out, given by the calcs we ran last game. Laddie is looking fantastic now. A Sucker Punch Cinderace would definitely scare me. Rillaboom is probably going to knock off this turn. I don't see any reason to second guess going to BUZZWOLE here. Yeah, we get that right. I don't know if that was banded damage. The fact that a crit only did 20 suggests to me it wasn't. So let's Ice Punch the Lando. No, they go Cinderace. Okay, you're crazy. You're crazy. If I bulked up there, I would have been in a super good spot. But oh well. I think I'm going to go to Latios because it eats all stabs. Oh, that didn't eat it as well as I thought. It's a life orb, eh? When it Toxapex. Oh, what? I thought they were going to Sucker Punch that turn. Maybe they didn't have it. Oh, they thought they were faster than my Latios, and they thought they could just Oko it with a second Pyro Ball. Okay. Still, I wonder if that means they don't have Sucker Punch. That really concerns me. I think I'll kind of keep Mandibuzz because it's still good versus these two. Heatran I'm okay to sack, plus I can swap into Pyro Ball. What does this thing got now? I don't know. This Cinderace is such a question mark. But of all these Pokemon, I'm okay with sacking Heatran, and we're gonna get this anyway, so that works out fine. I'll Lava Plume here. We're faster. That's unexpected, and we burn. That's super unexpected. That's gonna be Cinderace here. Let's protect just to scout and move. The Pyro Ball, weird. Okay. Wonder what's going on here. Actually, I'll protect in case we're going for an over prediction that turn. They're running out of Pyro Ball moves at this point. Does their opponent know they're not choice locked? Okay, that was a weird one. Are we at 22 minutes already? I want to play more with this team. Maybe I'll do play with this team again tomorrow because this team I've been like just you know when you get that urge to play Showdown at all times. You know, you're on your phone, you want to play it. You're just no matter what you're doing, you want to play it. This team has been that for me, right? It just gives me like a really good craving to get back into it. So maybe I'll do another one after this if you guys don't mind. We'll see how the reception is for this video. Maybe that might work because I had to cleanse my palate after that brutal Trick Room one. And this team, did we get 2 wins or 3? I'm gonna call it 3 wins because the first one, again, in my mind, I played that for a win. The facts don't add up. In my mind, that was a win though. We got the forfeit immediately with that BUZZWOLE destroying them. And maybe I'm calling it too early, but I believe Latios should be able to finish things off here. The fact that they haven't Sucker Punched thus far suggests to me they don't have it. So 3 Surfs might just do it. Maybe a Psychic for Rillaboom. 3 Psychics almost might do it at this point. You know what? I was really intimidated by this meta at first. I think having a slower paced team can make it a little bit less incomprehensible. Because on the one hand, you think if everyone else is going to be using crazy offense, I'll use crazy offense too, and it'll be at least be balanced. Like we're both sweeping the crap out of each other. But I just felt like a little bit disoriented. I was always by my back foot. So I always said actually that I was like an offense player at heart, and I had trouble with the early Sword and Shield meta because it was so balance oriented, and that wasn't my favorite playstyle. But I don't know, maybe I've shifted. Maybe what this my comfort level with this team in this meta, maybe what that tells me is that I've shifted and I've become more of a balanced player. It's funny to consider, but that might be the case. And that's fine actually. I think if you're gonna specialize in one, as I kind of allude to in this description yet again, that's a pretty good playstyle. You know, you've got answers for stall, you've got answers for hyper offense. The ball's always in your court, and it feels like you can almost always play a situation right as long as you don't get like a terrible matchup at team preview. Looks like our opponent's gonna dip here, but again, I think we had that in the books. We don't know what Cinderace had, but I find it very unlikely it has all the tools to beat all of these Pokemon. You know, Mandibuzz probably could have worked something out, even worst case scenario. Mandibuzz kind of 3-0'd our opponent by this point, but where's that bring our elo at? Where's that bring our elo at? Because we took so many losses in that last one, right? 15-4. Are you serious? Wow, we were at like mid 1600s. Maybe it doesn't update it yet. Maybe we equalized back at 1600. Oh, because we did lose too. We did lose. Oh, I got some climbing to do again. That's low for us. But you know, what did I just say? Elo doesn't matter. Elo doesn't matter. I've ranted for a solid 3 minutes to end this video, but I guess that's how we're gonna end it today. I hope you enjoy. If you like the video, maybe like or subscribe. But I'll see you next time. Take it easy.